One of the most important things when going camping, hiking, backpacking, anything like that, traveling, is really getting a good night's sleep. To me, it's extremely important, and I invest and will do and pay whatever I need to sleep well. So today I'm gonna go over my favorite camping mattresses that I've ever had. Over the years, I've learned what works and what doesn't work, and we've got what works. Let's start with the Nemo Switchback. The specs will be up on the screen, so take a look at that if you want to know the weight and everything. This pad, I think it's best for 3 season, definitely summer, fall, and spring. The pros for this pad is its durability. I've never had it tear or have any issues with it as far as durability goes. It's extremely fast to set it up like that. You just, boom, you're done. I love that. You can also use it as a chair. You can fold it over a few different ways and sit on it. It can be used on the bottom of an air mattress for protection, to keep it from getting poked from little thorns. And it's not terribly expensive. The cons, it's just not extremely tiny when it's packed up like the Thermarest here is, but it's not huge either. Comfort, I would say that's its biggest con. It is minimal for comfort. It's great for taking the edge off of little tiny rocks and things like that. You do need to have a pretty level ground. And what I do is I'll lay down where I'm gonna be, and I'll kind of dig out a little bit where my hips are gonna go, so there's a little bit of an indentation, and that really helps. Sometimes with my shoulders too, I'm a side sleeper. Doing that with this is great, but if you're a sensitive sleeper, I don't think I would recommend this. So who is this for? This is for someone who doesn't wanna mess with airing up the mattresses. You want it to work, you need it to work every single time. You need something durable. You don't need it to be extremely comfortable. You don't want to be sleeping on a hard ground without anything. It's actually pretty good for backpacking. It's fairly lightweight. It does have to go on the outside of the backpack generally. And it's good for those that are hiking and backpacking in 3 seasons. This is not a 4-season pad on its own. It's too thin for that. This is also a good backup if you want to have a backup for someone, or if you don't want to spend a whole lot of money. This is the least expensive pad or mattress of the bunch. Next is the Exped MegaMat. I've kept this box just for this time. The Exped MegaMat has the same benefits of the Nemo. It's really fast and easy to lay out like that. It's durable. I would say, I haven't had this one as long, but it seems to be maybe even a little more durable than the Nemo because it's thicker, but I don't have any real world examples of that. So the pros are the same, but it's a little more comfortable than the Nemo because these little bumps are a little larger. I think the material is actually about the same thickness, but these little knobs are higher, and it helps more for comfort and for uneven grounds a little bit. The cons, these little knobs are a little more firm. They stick up a little bit more, so those that are really sensitive, you might not like that. I personally like it, but that might be a problem for some people. Who is this for? This is for someone who wants a little more comfort than the Nemo. You want a little more than just a bare minimum foam pad. Someone who's 3-season camping as well. Car camping, maybe someone that's a little bit larger. I think this might be better for someone who's larger and would really be smashing the little Nemo pad. It's good if you go into areas that are more rocky and maybe have more pine cones and things like that. It's great to put underneath an air mattress. The way I like to use this one and the Nemo is like this. I put this one down first, like that. Then I take the Nemo Switchback, put it on top like that, and now it's really comfortable. I love this setup, and this has become my go-to. This last trip that I was on, if you haven't noticed, I had an issue with that one. So when that happened, I went exclusively to this. The two of them together are really comfortable because the Nemo is just a little thinner and softer, and it just takes that little bit of the larger bumps, the little knobs, it just softens them out a bit. I love this combination. It can handle a little more uneven ground as far as rocks and things like that go. That combo is really good if you're staying in your car, maybe you're car camping or you're overlanding, which is more my style, and space isn't as big of an issue, or weight. I do consider weight and space with my truck. I'm very lightweight. As far as an overlander goes, I'm pretty lightweight and minimal. The next is the Thermarest NeoAir, and the pros for this one is that it's really lightweight. You saw how small it packed up as well. It's great for lightweight backpacking. This also works if you're going super ultra light because it's actually comfortable. You can go maybe a tiny bit lighter, but you start using 3/4 length pads. They're thin. I've done it. It's not comfortable for me. So the pros of this one is that it packs up really small, like you saw. It's very lightweight. It's under a pound. I'll have the specs up on the screen there. It's really comfortable. This is almost as comfortable as that one. This was a game changer as far as comfort goes. It's durable. You definitely want to use a ground cloth with this, though, I would say. The cons, you have to air it up with your breath or use the little rechargeable air pump that I use. I'll put that on the screen here and a little link in the description, but I love that. I don't really like to air these up anymore. So it'll air it up in like less than a minute. It's awesome. It also deflates the last bit of air, so you can get a lot of the air out and then use the little pump and it'll pull the last bit of air out, so this packs down as small as possible. Who's this for? This is for you super ultralighters. You probably already know about this. Much lighter or smaller, and you're giving something up as far as comfort goes, or safety almost. I've camped below freezing. I think I used this down to about 26, and it worked, but that was pushing it. They have an insulated version of this, and I would certainly recommend that if you're going down below freezing on a regular basis. You can also put a pad underneath it, such as the Nemo or the Exped, which is a little bit much. I like to put the foam pad on top if I'm trying to gain a little bit more of an R value. This is good if you're doing an overnighter and you have a really small day pack. This is good for those that you're going minimal in every other way, but you don't want to sacrifice comfort. As far as comfort goes, I'd rate this about an 8 or 9, a good 8.5. The cons, it's a little expensive. It's over $200. You have to air it up, and it's a little crinkly. It's not terrible, but people have complained about that, and I get it. If you're moving around, if you toss and turn a lot at night, who you're with might hear it if they're light sleepers. I've never had anyone ever complain in the tent with me about it, so it's not that loud, but if someone's a very light sleeper, they might not like that. If you're a bigger person or a wider person, this might be a little narrow. I wouldn't want this to be any smaller, but that's how you get very lightweight and small space. It's also fairly slick with a sleeping bag on top of it. If you're on a slope, your ass is gonna slide right on off of this like you're on a ski slope. Moving on over to the Exped MegaMat. The pros is the comfort. Number one, comfort. I love this mattress. In fact, I used it at home for many weeks in between getting another mattress, and I've had it for about 4 years. I also like that it's quite wide and it's long. It's plenty wide, and the size is great. I'm about 5'7", and it's wonderful. Another pro is it's actually durable, except for that. That is new. That happened because I think I overinflated it on this last trip. I used the little air pump, the little rechargeable air pump again, and it was just a little too firm. The way you normally air this up is you lay it out for about 15 to 30 minutes, and it self-inflates with the foam inside, which also acts as the insulation. So it'll air up about 80%, maybe 90%. Then you use this to top it off. If you come into camp late at night and you're trying to be all stealthy and quiet, they're gonna hear you. It sounds like this. I only want to top this off with this thing. You don't want to air the whole thing up. That's why I really love that rechargeable air pump with this now. Just don't overinflate it. That might happen. I talked to someone else about this, and they said it's just because it was probably because of use. I've slept on this mattress hundreds of nights. I don't know how many, but probably at least a couple hundred nights, easy. So who is this one for? This is for someone, if you really want comfort. This is the most comfortable mattress, air mattress, foam pad I've ever used by far. It's as comfortable as my mattress at home. It was more comfortable than the mattress I had before this, which is part of the reason I have a new mattress. I slept on this so much, and I would go back home and I didn't like my mattress. So I got rid of it, and we can thank this for that. That's how comfortable it is. This is for you car campers, overlanders. Put this in the back of the truck, put it on your rig. Maybe RVers, you want to put this on maybe one of the smaller beds. This is great as a guest mattress if you have guests that come over and you don't want to have a big full-size mattress taking up space when they're not there. This rolls up. You saw how big, fairly small for the house. And then bring this out when you have guests over. They will love it. Kids will love this. So yeah, if you really want to be comfortable, if you've got a bad back or you maybe have a shoulder issue, body parts kind of start to ache and you can afford to carry the weight and the size, this is amazing. I totally recommend it. As far as comfort goes, I would rate this a good strong 9, maybe 9.5. But there are cons with this one, and I would say that's the size that it is, the weight, and the cost. This was fairly expensive. I think I paid 200 and something, 230, 250, I don't remember. But this is, I think, the most expensive mattress in the lineup. So to recap really quick, fast, simple, least expensive, not as comfortable, but good for insulating for 3-season use, or to put this down underneath an air mattress just to take a few little bumps out of the way. The Exped FlexMat is better if you're a larger person or you want a little bit more comfort, or the ground's just a little less even and maybe rockier. This is great. The combo of these two are almost the perfect mattress. I love that combo. The Thermarest NeoAir is great for lightweight. It's hard to get lighter for the comfort and for the small space. It's also very insulating for 3-season use down to maybe 4-season in Texas. They have an insulated version of this, and I would certainly recommend that if you're going into freezing weather on a regular basis. Exped MegaMat. Ultimate comfort. Most comfortable mattress I've ever slept on. Really durable except for that. It's the largest mattress here for the width, so if you're a bigger person, that's great, or if you like a little more room. But it's heavy, and it takes up more space when it's rolled up. And for cold season. 4-season use, that is really warm. This is the warmest mattress by far in here. I hope y'all found that helpful. I hope it kind of helped you decide maybe which way to go, or at the very least, show you some options that are out there. And if you've been worried about going camping or hiking because you're not sure you'll be able to sleep well, I hope this shows you there's ways to do it that you can be comfortable. And there's a mattress and sleeping system for just about every situation. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you have your own opinion and you want to say something about this, please let me know. If you've experienced that, let me know what you did. I would love to fix this. I love this mattress. I'm hoping I can fix it and keep using it. If you did get some value out of this and you did like it, please click the like button and subscribe if you want to be notified for whenever new videos come out. If you're interested in any of these mattresses or pads and you want to go onto Amazon and maybe get one or look at the prices, I would appreciate that. And I've got to say, as an Amazon associate, I earn on qualifying purchases. It doesn't affect the price you pay, but it does help me out. I really appreciate your support, and I'll be making a new video for you soon.